Well, hey there, everyone. Happy Monday afternoon. I'm King Fi, Meteorologist Adam Claibon. Hopefully everyone had a great weekend. We are getting ready to head into the spring season. And I say that because as of about 1 p.m., that's when I'm recording this. We're still technically in winter. And really, as we go throughout the week, more winter-like conditions are on the way after the beautiful spring-like weekend that we had Saturday and Sunday. So yes, again, spring not officially here just as of yet. As of this recording, that officially comes in later this afternoon at 2:24 p.m. And we do expect to see, yes, those days get longer and longer, or at least the daytime hours get longer and longer. But we expect things to start to cool back down. Why? Well, because we're going to start to see a different pattern in our atmosphere. And what's happening is we have a trough building in coming off of the coast, the west coast of North America, and you can see a lot of clouds. Those are all around. What I'm going to point out to you, though, is what's happening right here across some of these areas closer to Alaska. All those clouds that you see right there, and then also what you're seeing right through here. Those clouds are associated with some deeper moisture in the atmosphere, and that usually comes along with milder air. And since, well, yes, it looks like that's going to be staying to our south, we're starting to see cooler air that's going to start to pour in from the north, and that's going to lead to some cooler temperatures here as we go throughout the week. Now, next couple of days, we're not going to feel much of it because you can see temperatures mid to upper 50s tomorrow and Wednesday. Additional sunshine expected to be around. Should be nice, but Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, boy, we're back down into the mid to upper 40s for highs, and snow levels are going to come back down too by quite a bit, and we'll get into that here in just a second. First, let's talk about what's happening outside right now for us. And you can see Tacoma, cloudier skies, definitely feeling a little more like winter than what we did have over the weekend. So cloudier skies, a few light showers were around here throughout the morning. Still could see a few of them as we go later into the afternoon there in Tacoma, in Seattle, and then also what we were seeing out closer to SeaTac Airport. As you can see, those cloudy skies, kind of dark and kind of ominous looking too. Generally, again, just mainly light rain showers with these opportunities of rain as we go throughout the day. And then you can see Everett also looking a lot more cloudy than what we did have over the weekend, especially Saturday after topping off in the mid 60s. Another stop right there in Bellingham. You can see the cloudy skies. They are in place, and currently here in Seattle, we're sitting at 52 degrees. Winds out of the southwest are about 11 miles per hour. So temperatures right now, which are in the upper 40s to low 50s, are for the most part are going to be where we are for the remainder of the day. We shouldn't warm up a whole lot, maybe a degree, 2 or 3 more, but that should be just about it. Not a lot of sunshine to help do its part of warming things up. So you can see the radar composite showing some showers farther to the north where we do have steady rain, but steady light rain up across Skagit and Whatcom counties, even seeing some of that across Snohomish County. Generally, though, that up into the foothill communities, and seeing some of that also as you go farther south here in King and Pierce County, more east side than anything else. Maple Valley around Snoqualmie, Issaquah picking up on some light shower activity, and down around Black Diamond. So the rain as we go throughout the day will steadily decrease, and as we go into the nighttime hours, a lot of that disappears, especially after midnight, and we'll head on into early Tuesday morning. You can already start to tell too, back across the eastern side of the state, clouds beginning to disappear here closer to Omak, and then over towards Spokane, and then even into the extreme northeastern parts of the state. So that's where we're going to start to see the clearing trend start. But then as we go on into later tomorrow morning and tomorrow afternoon, we'll see more of that take place here across western Washington, where we'll see more sunshine. Now, we could still see a spotty chance of a shower. I think those chances are going to be extremely low, though, and we completely lose those later tomorrow night. And Wednesday should be a drier day, and Wednesday is going to be our driest day with more sunshine, and the warmest day too that we have of the week, which will probably get us back up to around that 50-degree mark for 60-degree mark for some of those highs before clouds do start to come in later on into Wednesday night and into Thursday. And it's that time that we start to see a little more of that shift in the pattern that I was referring to earlier. Snow levels coming back down to 2,500 feet, and eventually Friday 1,000 feet, 800 feet on Saturday, 1,000 feet on Sunday, before creeping back up to 2,000 on Monday. And yeah, it's going to be around that time that we could keep an eye out for some snow mixing in the lowlands for some of that rain. Nothing major, though, looking like it's going to be impacting any of us here across the lower parts of the area. Now, temperatures today, we top off in the low 50s farther to the north, low to mid 50s farther to the south too. Spotty chances of rain kind of here and there, and generally just light rain also for areas across South Sound with highs around those mid 50s. Tonight's lows all safely above the freezing point and generally in the 40s, so not a big drop in temperatures tonight. The clouds are going to help out with that, but when we do start to see the clouds disappear, a little chillier of a start heading into Wednesday morning, but that's also our warmest day with partly sunny skies and highs right around 60 degrees. And at least it looks like the first couple of days of spring, or at least the first couple of full days of spring, looking to be nice on Tuesday and Wednesday before we do start to see things revert back to that old pattern we've seen so much of here throughout March. 40s Thursday, and then you can see those snow icons on a couple of days are right there for your day on Friday and Saturday. Yep, right there and right there. Could see some snow here mixing it in the lowlands. Again, those snow levels around 500 to maybe 1,000 feet, and generally that's probably going to be early into the morning before things start to improve as we go into the afternoon hours with highs safely above the freezing point heading on into that time. But what I can say though is, especially once we go on into this upcoming weekend and into the following week, is that we still have this pattern of the trough, the cool air pouring in from the north that will be around. So we don't really get back to some of the same numbers that we had a lot of this weekend anytime soon. At least it maybe it's like a 10 or a 14-day period of this type of weather ahead as we head on into at least the start of April. So just keep that in the back of your mind. Don't put away the heavier coats or the jackets quite yet. You still might need them. But of course, we can go ahead and enjoy the day Tuesday, as that will be one of the nicer days here of this week. Well, everyone, have a magnificent Monday. Happy spring to all of you, and we'll talk to you later.